Hello everyone, I'm Timothy McSwain and welcome back to another Minecraft Snapshot review. This is for the 1.7 Snapshot 13W41A. Now, if you watch my other Snapshot reviews, you'll know that I did not do a review for 13W40. And that's because there was no 13W40, at least not that was released for people to try out. And that's because it's the week number. So there was none released last week, and I was kind of surprised by that, but I guess they're releasing so many every week. I mean, so many recently that it's okay, I guess, if they don't release one that week. So here we are on 13W41A, and there's several new interesting things added in. The biggest, of course, is what a lot of people have wanted since the very beginning, and that is stained glass. Check these out. These things are awesome. You could get these with mods before, but you could never actually get them normally. This is the normal glass on the end here, and what you'll notice is even the white stained glass, which would seem just like normal glass, it is not opaque, but it's like translucent. This is transparent, this is translucent. You can see through it, but not maybe the best in the world. And it makes sense too. It's not just glass that is a certain tint. It is like stained glass, and stained glass you can't see through perfectly. So it makes sense to me. If you look through here and you actually compare these to like, let's say the white, and like some of the stained clays, you'll notice that they go in the same pattern. They don't necessarily match, but they go together pretty good, I think. Which I think is pretty cool. They haven't changed the colors of the stained clay, by the way, so I think they are going to stick with the fact that they don't exactly match the colors themselves. Could actually go ahead and I actually prepared this time, as you can see. I actually put some blocks up. I didn't think to put down stained clay to compare for some reason. And I won't put down wool to compare. That's not a big deal. But as you can see, there's a lot of there's the look-alike factors to a lot of these. Let me look back on here for a minute. Did they change the colors? Is this cyan? No, this is blue. Where's cyan? Here. Yeah, it looks like they did change it, guys. Or maybe it's just my texture pack being different. It looks a little bit different to me. Actually, it might be the same. I don't know. I remember in my texture pack it looks completely gray. In the normal pack here, it looks pretty much gray, but there's a little bit of a difference. Maybe. I might just be crazy. Who knows? So the next thing is not as big of a thing, but it still is important, and it has something to do with rendering, because if you notice here, they changed the way things are rendered. If you look through this glass, it's clear, but if you look through here, you can see actually, and even though we might be able to notice that both sides of this glass have their own image on them, but you don't see them both. And you only see the one on the front. The back face is invisible. But if you look at all these other pieces here, you can see two versions of it if you look closely. See, there's one square here and one back behind it from the other one, and it's the same with this glass. Look, you can see the face behind it. So you can see the face behind all these colors until you get to the regular glass, and you can't see the back face. And it's always been like that. You can't see the back face, but with these you can, and it's kind of, I don't know, interesting. But see, now you can see the bottom face. That's another interesting thing. You can see the bottom face of this, but as soon as you place this back, you can't really anymore, which is interesting in my opinion. But it's cool, I think. These colors could use a little improvement in my mind, but maybe my texture pack can just take care of that once they update it. Hopefully it looks good for 1.7. Excuse me. So along those lines of rendering is this over here. Here's some packed ice and here's some normal ice, and behind it is water and then a portal. And you'll see, you can actually see you can hardly see it, but you can see the portal blocks and you can see the water flowing behind the glass. Not behind packed ice, because packed ice is solid color, but you can actually see behind here. And that didn't used to be the case. And see, you can even see the back of the ice now. You didn't used to be able to do that. If water was flowing behind ice, you wouldn't be able to see it. And it's the same thing with glass. So it's a little bit of an interesting change in my opinion. I think it looks good. I don't know if it looks better, but we'll all get used to it, I think. And so you can see there's a layer of water here, and then a portal. If you look through it for the other side, you cannot really see through, and you're supposed to be able to. But I think it's just hard to see. But so you can see the portal through here, which you didn't normally be able to do. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool. And when I was making this, I don't know if this is a new thing or what, but I noticed a little interesting thing. If you break this portal, and then the water will start to flow through, which is weird because it's just a portal. I feel like the water should have like gone into the nether or something and disintegrated immediately. I don't know. But, or maybe it would just go through. I don't know. But what's interesting here is now, if I go back into my inventory and pick up a flint and steel, I can't light the portal again because there's water in it. So the only way to relight the portal that I found is to go up here, completely shut off all the source blocks so the water will stop. The water stopped last time. Is it not going to stop this time? No, there it goes. And now you can come back down here, light the portal, break these, and replace the water. Now I don't know how relevant this would be in many situations, but it does affect a little bit. So I mean, it is a thing. So I don't know if it's even worth fixing, or if it needs a fix, or if that's the way it should be. But it just was interesting in my opinion. Now, something else interesting happened. Another on the bug side. I think it's going to be fixed. If you place like a bunch of mobs here. Oh, some babies. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make some of these guys run around. See, now let's pause. See how they freeze there? Watch what happens when I unpause. You see that? Now, that is a definite glitch. And why did those pigs just rocket around? No, they did not. What happened is, when I pause the screen, it stops rendering the background, like before. But instead of before, when it actually paused the game, now it doesn't pause it. If you're on a multiplayer server, it never pauses it anyway when you hit escape. But these guys are actually still moving in the background. It's just not being rendered, so I can't see it. So the minute I unpause it, you're going to see them update to their new locations, to however they had walked, wherever they had walked while it was paused. So that's an interesting little glitch. I hope they fix that, because if you can't pause things might be interesting. Let's actually do a test of that really quick. Actually, let's do a zombie since they track you. And let's do time set night. And drop some zombies over here. And go all the way back over here and go game mode survival. So now see, these zombies are coming for me. So I am going to pause it. And you'll notice those zombies are paused. Now, if I unpause it, oh, you see that? Look at, now you'll see why it's dangerous. Pause it to get away from the zombies? Nope. So you see how that could cause some problems. So hopefully Mojang will fix that. This is new, isn't it? Or maybe it's just because I died and clicked go back. Oh well. That was my old one. I was deleting. I was going to reuse that this time, but there were some withers in there for my last review, so I wasn't able to redo that. So there you go. Interesting new snapshot. Lots of new, well, not lots of new things added in, but that new glass added in. Lots of new items added in, because each color is a different item. Very interesting with the render changes. They also changed some stuff with multiplayer, which I can't show you because I'm not actually able to access my server from here. But if you hover over this and it's in the right version, you can see that what people are on. Well, when it says what people are on, like 1 out of 10 for my server, for example, you hover over it and it would show the one person that's online. Also, you can have a logo for the server in this area over here, and I'm hoping that will be easy to set up after the update. I'm not going to download the server version for this, but I'm going to see, hopefully when it comes out, when 1.7 is released, or when it's at least stable enough to update, we will see how that turns out, which I'm also really excited for. I hope you all are excited for 1.7 also. I am really excited. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't checked out my other Snapshot reviews, take a chance to do that, because even though they're older and cover older snapshots, they have information in them that this one doesn't, because I focus on the new stuff in the snapshot. So the other snapshots focus on what was added in those snapshots. So go take a look at those and get pumped for 1.7. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. I want this. No, not the paper. Why is there paper in here? Nurse, get my paper out of here. I do not need to document this. This surgery never happened. In fact, he is probably going to die. Don't you know it's bad luck to be under the surgery arm, under the arm of the surgeon, Timothy? Timothy is not a good surgeon. It's a good thing I don't... Oh, shoot. Stab it. Please, stab. Stab. I cannot see.